Hello and welcome everyone out there in Open Spaces Sportsland. Clint Cox and Aim Baird once again. We find ourselves in the Colby Event Center. We are going to be able to broadcast the championship game, and this sub-state final will consist of the number one seeded Northern Valley Huskies coming in at 19-2 versus the Logan Palco Trojans 17-5. These two know each other a little bit now, don't they, Abe?
A little bit. It feels like we're just going copy and paste on a lot of our show's previews because these two teams match up so often, Clint, and we know that Logan Palco really trying to get that green monkey off their back here, but we know that they have the horses if somebody can knock off the one seed in Northern Valley. We've seen it. We've seen these two teams play, and every single time they've played this year, that game has gotten a little bit closer. Northern Valley won the first game at 59-43, but they played each other in that championship of the league tournament, the WKLL League tournament, and Northern Valley was the victor, but this time only 59-55. And man, I was telling you, Clint, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. You're like, oh, it's a little bit more like it's hard to beat a team 9 or 10 times, but you know, we say that, and it has been Northern Valley boys basketball world, and it felt like we were all just living in it. But you know that the Logan Palco boys, they know they got the talent, and they have the expectations on that side. Coach Delmont and his crew know they do have the recipe and the athletes that they can pull this off, but they got to play a good game here in this one.
That's right. We started off the season, and the new thing from the state of Kansas this year was that you got to have a jamboree. That means you got together with 3 teams and you played a little scrimmage and it lasted for 10 minutes or whatever. In that game, what did we have? We had Logan Palco, Northern Valley, and Phillipsburg. Those 2 teams started that at the beginning of the year, and now they're going to come down to see
count on the record. No,
they couldn't keep score or anything. Yeah. These 2 teams have been battling at least, it feels like 3 times a year. The last time Logan Palco came away with a victory, the seniors were freshmen at that point. So they're more than capable of doing it. They've got plenty of stars over there and plenty of firepower. It will be who makes plays. I got to talk to Coach Delmont ahead of this game, and we were talking about the simple things. Whoever makes plays is going to come out ahead. It's not the plays you don't make, but it's the ones you do make because you forget about the ones that maybe didn't go the way you thought or the call didn't go the way you thought.
Yeah.
You have got to figure out a way to put that ball in the basket at the right time.
A lot easier said than done, that is for sure, because both of these squads have the capability to have guys that can take over a game. That means they also got guys that can really shut you down, and both of these teams, we talked about this a little bit too, Clint. It's going to be exciting and interesting to see what these coaches do coming out. When you play someone and you're so familiar with your opponent, sometimes you got to add a little wrinkle to that game, see if you can catch them on the back of their heels a little bit and see if you can get out in front that way. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Sides, Coach Ross Cole over there for Northern Valley, and Coach Delmont and Coach Katz over there for Logan Palco, what they have in that back pocket. Maybe they've been holding a card up next to their vest a little bit here this season, holding out for the hope of meeting in this game, knowing, hey, you may as well cut loose because you win, now you go home and your season's done. And neither of these teams want that or really deserve that, as these 2 squads have the guys that are capable to make state runs on both sides.
So here we are, sub-state finals. We'll get back to starting lineups. 2 minutes. We need to give a spot for our ads, and we'll be back with you here at Open Spaces Sports. It's going to be a great one. I know you're tuning in because you know you can feel it too, just the way Aim and I can. We'll be back in 60 seconds. As we get ready to get this game started, everybody in this gymnasium is already standing, awaiting the Star Spangled Banner because everybody just wants to get this game going, don't they, Aim?
They do, but we're going to start it off right, honoring the Stars and Stripes here, and we've had some good singers here, and I'm sure they're going to have more of the same, so we'll keep it in-house and bring it to you.
Now, would you please rise and remove your hats as Golden Plain students Emma and Elizabeth Weiner sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we
Those two ladies did an excellent job on our Star Spangled Banner. An excellent host here tonight. The Golden Plains High School has been here at the Colby Event Center running things, running the concessions, running the table over there. Done a great job, as can be expected. But it's time for starters, Aim. Here we go. The visiting team, because they got the number 2 seed, a 6'4" junior, number 1, Caden Graham. Northern Valley will go with a 6' sophomore, number 5, Gavin Tallheim. Logan Palco will go with a 6'1" senior, number 3, Cameron Morgan. Northern Valley will go with a 6'1" senior, number 11, Kenton Tallheim, the number 3 all-time leading scorer in Northern Valley history with 1,168 points. The 6'4" junior, number 4, Rhett Katz. I wouldn't be surprised if we're saying 30 or 40 for Rhett here tonight. Jason Cox is a 6' senior, wears number 22 for Northern Valley. A 6'4" junior, number 20, Caleb Sparks for the Trojans. The Huskies will go with a 6' senior, number 24, Jeremiah Hansen, who's making his way up the scoring charts, 709 points on his career. And a 6'2" junior for the Trojans, number 23, Ryan Prevost. And Northern Valley's big man is 6'2", number 33. He's a senior, Drew Skimper. Drew is the 23rd all-time leading scorer in Northern Valley history at 743 points. But he's shooting this season. I got updated stats from Coach Ross Cole, which was fun. The season
70%.
Is that what it is? There it is.
From the field.
Yep. 70% from the field on this
Unheard
year.
of numbers, and that's playing almost every minute of every game. Well, Clint, we talked a lot here ahead of time. What's going to happen these first couple of minutes? You know, I think these teams, they're familiar with each other's pace of play, but having that momentum, having that confidence here in these first 4 minutes is going to be huge for both of these squads in this one, where, man, this one could really come down to the wire. I'm excited for it. I know you're excited for it. And here we go. Tip is up, and it goes to Logan Palco.
Both teams will play. Yep, I like that view. Both teams will play a couple deep on their bench here tonight. Northern Valley starting out in a zone-ish, looks like, but they got it. Looks like Kenton Tallheim is matched up on Rhett Katz on a man-to-man. Could be a box and one. No, it looks like a triangle and 2 at this point because Hansen is chasing somebody. Cameron Morgan from the corner is going to be no good. Skimper clears the rebound without any contest and back to Tallheim.
Yeah, that looks like they tried to take away their 2 main outside shooters. Rhett Katz and Ryan Prevost there had a man on him the entire time in that look. And, you know, I like that, even though it makes you want to go inside. But it'll be interesting to see how that goes, because I think that Caleb Sparks, you see there, I was just about to say his name on the offensive side. The place erupts after he makes a electric play to start this game out on the defensive side. Huge block from the big man inside there. But look at him. Look at Caden Graham, who had one of his better games against Northern Valley in that league tournament where they fell just short. Another block.
The second block for the 6'4" junior Caleb Sparks.
Give it a third block there, as Caleb Sparks got another one. We'll see where it stays. They're going to say it goes off of a Trojan last. 3 blocks on this possession. They have come to play. They are not going to let you just take it to the hoop so easily if you're the Northern Valley Huskies.
They're in that 2-3 zone defense, trying to identify shooters. That's Kenton Tallheim, and now Gavin in the corner thought about one. And he'll travel with the basketball. The first turnover by Northern Valley.
Yeah, and usually when we talk about a 2-3 zone against a Northern Valley team that is a fairly good shooting team from outside, that doesn't really make you too worried, I guess, because a lot of times to beat a zone, you hit from outside. But that is not the case with this Logan Palco 2-3 zone, which is so long. They have so many athletes and so much length that they can extend that court more than your average 2-3 zone certainly can. They find a window to get it inside to Graham, and he gets the scoring going here for either squad. He was just left all alone on that back block and makes the Huskies pay.
Northern Valley will break the little token defense, and now Rhett Katz has got a steal. Rhett on Hansen, going to go to the rim. Rhett will put it in and around him with the left hand.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about, though. These couple of baskets, even though it's just 4 points, the confidence in those buckets that are going down, the defensive stops, you can feel it on the court, you can feel it in the crowd. It's going to go so far in a game like this when you're trying to take down the 1 seed.
Caden Graham knocks that ball out of bounds, and the defense continues to be extremely active for the Trojans. But if they don't guard Tallheim right here, they're going to be in trouble. I told you. I warned you. I warned you. Here it is. Three-pointer on the way by Kenton. It's going to be missed. Rhett Katz clears that rebound as he stole it from Skimper. Katz with a crossover. Now a dime inside to Graham again, but Skimper's there to say no thank you.
Yeah, nice block on the recovery, but that's the second time that they've left Caden Graham left all alone there on that backside block. That's an adjustment they're going to have to make because they're going to keep going back to it.
Rhett on that far sideline, Hansen's guarding him. And they've gone into this little triangle and 2 defense. That means they're just going to not let Rhett touch it, and it looks like right now Ryan Prevost is the secondary. Cameron Morgan will light a 3 underneath this place, and that's a 7-0 lead for the Trojans.
Some pressure coming from the Trojans, but they break it fairly easily. They set up. They're still trying to find their first bucket of this contest. Jeremiah Hansen finally gets some points on the board for the Huskies, but it took 3 minutes into this first quarter for them to do so.
Little scoop shot was pretty impressive there by Jeremiah high off the glass. Morgan will set the offense. He'll call for 2 high ball screens.
Kicks it over to Graham. Thought about a 3. Gets it back to Morgan, who hit one just a moment ago. He's off to the right this time. Kenton Tallheim puts it on the floor. He's such a good rebounder, and what makes him so deadly on the court there is he can get that rebound. He can start a fast break immediately, and you see they had numbers there, got that defense out of position for what felt like the first time this game, and it sends Gavin Tallheim to the line.
I will get that fixed. You got the free throw.
Yeah, we're going to need a replay button here on championship night here at this sub-state. The first free throw for Gavin comes up short. Second one, nothing but nylon, gives the Huskies 3. Timeout here. The Logan crowd is loving it. The Logan Palco fans are feeling it, and their team is as well. We'll take it with them and be back after this.
Just the start you want if you're a Trojan fan, as they have come out and taken the lead over Northern Valley in this sub-state final. To start it, they lead 7-3. And on this possession, we'll get halfway through this first quarter of action. Cameron Morgan going to be dribbling it with these 2 high ball screens. They're going to continue to stay in that diamond and 1, forcing Graham and Morgan to be scorers.
Yeah, I don't hate that, though. You're trying to get it out of Rhett Katz's hand. He averages 21 points per game here, so he's going to have to facilitate, and you see him do just that right there, hitting Sparks in the middle of the paint.
Sparks with a very smart move, took his time and scored it.
9-3, Logan Palco takes the lead here. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter of this championship matchup between these 2 rival schools.
Looks like they might have gone straight man. It's kind of a matchup. Maybe split. Hansen to the rim. Will go around. Prevost gets position and clears that rebound with ease.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Falling away from the basket there. We've seen Jeremiah make it before, but that is not the easiest look for the Husky guard. Here's going to be a travel as the defense was pestering Rhett Katz there. He was trying to throw that back to the top of the key, but moved that pivot foot before he got it off.
So this is part of this defense that I didn't think would bother Northern Valley's guards, but I think it has. It's gotten them out of rhythm. They're doing this little 2-2-1 kind of token pressure. Hansen with it now. Gets it to Kenton Tallheim on the wing. He'll go over a high ball screen. Doesn't get close enough to that screen to shed the defense of Graham. Now they'll get it to Skimper. Sparks all over him.
Yeah, and if you're Logan Palco, you're fine if Drew Skimper is that far away from the hoop, because where he really does his damage is down low where they can get it to him, or more often than not, it's on an offensive rebound. Just a really great basketball play right there from the court general, as we like to call him, Kenton Tallheim, and that's how you get to be third on the Northern Valley scoring list with plays like that.
You make it happen. His first 2 of the night cuts this lead to 4. Morgan on the outside wing, and now they'll get it to Sparks high at the corner. This stuff is working back and forth. They'll get it inside to Graham, who's triple teamed out of the zone. Now Morgan's 3 is on the way, and it's good!
Yeah, Northern Valley was just way too lazy to get back out there on the inside-out pass. That's exactly the pass that you want if you're throwing it to a 3-point sharpshooter like Morgan. He comes in just under 10 points per game. You got to be able to contest him a little bit better than that.
We're going to have a push, not a travel.
It's going to be on the floor. Huskies will throw it in underneath. First on Caden Graham.
We'll see how long Northern Valley stays in that diamond and 2 as the auxiliary players. Morgan has hit 2 threes in this one in this first quarter. Cox on the inside, falls away with a little baby hook and has left it short. Cameron Morgan, you've hit 2. Will you fire this third one? He's going to stay in rhythm. They can get it right back to him. Katz with it on the far side. Dumps it into Graham. Sparks on the wing will work over a high ball screen. That ball is hit out now to Morgan, now to Rhett Katz, who has been held down until that shot right there. Jason clears the rebound, and here comes Northern Valley, and they'll push with Kenton. Hold up, wait for his teammates as he is isolated on Prevost now. And Prevost ripped it. No, he didn't. Kenton got it back, and now Rhett's going to get his second foul, isn't Rhett? Yeah, I believe it is.
I believe so. It looks like it is going to be his second foul here. You know, Northern Valley went ISO right there. I like the play, but Prevost stepped up and did not let the ISO bother him, challenged the shot. It just kind of, when he poked it away, it came right back to Kenton Tallheim, which means Rhett had to come over and help, which led to the foul.
Kenton Tallheim shooting 83.3% from the free throw line this season.
Couple of subs came into the game for the Trojans. Number 10, Case Ashmore, as well as number 25, Ethan Gashler. He's a 6'5 junior down and in the paint. He makes an immediate impact right there. He's been fighting injury a lot of this basketball season, but having him back here in the late half of the regular season and the postseason is huge.
Yeah, and huge is a big word because he is a big man.
Yeah, he is huge. Someone who can potentially contest with Drew Skimper down low on the offensive and defensive glass the way that they need him to. They're going to say he steps on the line and gives it back to the Trojans.
And Nolan Kinnerconnect will check in at this whistle. Gavin will take a seat. Nolan, the senior sharpshooter. And it could be the spark that Northern Valley needs because that boy can shoot the ball. And Logan better identify.
Yeah, he could shoot the lights out of a gym if he gets going for sure.
Has a career-high 29 points. He can fill a stat sheet. Morgan into Ashmore. Morgan going to cross over Nolan at the top of the key and accelerate and score over the top of the Northern Valley defense. Cameron Morgan having himself a quarter. He's got 8 in the game.
Trap there causes fits yet again. Another turnover. Nobody there to get the offensive rebound other than Case Ashmore. He puts it back. Double-digit lead for Logan Palco.
A nice 16-point. And now yet another steal. Ashmore going to fire because he thought the buzzer was coming.
But he
now he's got to travel. He traveled.
Yeah, I thought the clock was expiring a little bit more than it was because he had nobody back there to stop him if he could have knew that there was a little bit more time on that clock, he'd probably been looking at another bucket.
4-3, Kenton trying to get across.
A lot of contact, but they're going to call a carry there.
And Rhett is lucky he didn't pick up his third right there.
Yeah, I think he probably should have, but, you know, they're going to let him play a little bit here in the championship game.
With 1 tick remaining, Logan Palco takes a knee, I'm sure, on this one. They'll take this lead going into quarter break. They are happy with this. 16-6, the number 2 seed leads over the number 1 seed. We'll be back here at Open Spaces Sports. Clint Cox and Aim Bear back here for your second quarter action here on Open Spaces Sports. The sub-state final is live and in front of you right now as Logan Palco says we are going to be a factor in this one for sure as they take a 16-6 lead over the Northern Valley Huskies in the opening frame. Kenton Tallheim all the way to the rim. And one to put it in.
That was just a grown man play right there, taking it into the teeth of the defense. They switched to man-to-man right there.
They said he wasn't shooting.
Wow.
Oh, they say it's on the floor.
Kind of the second tough break in a row for Kenton on this side of the floor, I would say. But nonetheless, if they're going to be in man-to-man, they do switch back to that zone. But when they switch to man-to-man, I bet Northern Valley was kind of licking their chops right there. As this zone is causing them fits in that first quarter, they were a little lackadaisical with their passes. And against the athletic and lanky team that is the Trojans, you cannot have that.
Skimper knocked it out. Logan will get it back. And we'll see if they've changed it up. And they have. It looks like to me they've gone straight man here in this second quarter of action. We'll see how the offense rotates against the straight man-to-man. Cameron Morgan had the hot hand there in that first quarter. Leads all scoring with 8, and he did double dribble into that one.
Yep, but he's the primary reason for this switch because they challenged him to be the one to step up and beat the Huskies, and he said, okay, I can certainly do that. He had 8 points in that first quarter, and he led all scorers on either side in the first 8 minutes of this contest.
Nobody else even had more than 1 bucket from the field. Kinderconnect now to Jason Cox. Trying to isolate Skimper on the interior.
Yeah, they had him, but the window closes with the perimeter defense. Gashler got a piece of that one there. Another long arm individual that it's so hard to get those passes over. You got to be smart if you're the Huskies with those passes. I think the Huskies got a gift right there. It looks like Kenton tipped it out.
Sparks wanted to argue with it, but he held his tongue.
Yeah, you're not going to change the mind of the Stripes down there. You just got to fight on. Nolan Kinderconnect kicks it back over to Kenton Tallheim as they march up the floor trying to get something going. Only 6 points in this contest, a very high-scoring team. Kenton Tallheim left alone in the corner. They lost him. That one was all but in. Drew Skimper gets it tipped out of his hands. It'll stay with the Huskies underneath, but nice recovery defense there. That one, I don't know how it didn't fall for Kenton.
Everything but went down for Kenton. Northern Valley will get it to Kinderconnect on the wing. Now swing to Kenton into the corner. Jason, 3 on the way. Deep corner's going to be short. And no offensive rebound one more time for Northern Valley. When was the last time you ever heard Northern Valley in 10 minutes of play having 6 points?
Yeah, I don't know if you could say it about any of the games this season, of course. You'd have to go back a couple of years would be my guess. They go inside to Gashler. He tries to bully his way up for a basket. Lucky he didn't get a foul there at the back end of that one. It doesn't fall. Huskies get the rebound.
They're letting those big boys on the interior play.
I like it.
And I don't know if you want to guard Drew that far away from the bucket. And now a steal. Sparks is going to get out in front of everybody. Kenton took it away, and he'll knock it out of bounds, saving an easy 2 points.
Great play from Kenton right there. It is Logan's ball underneath, but he did exactly what you need to do other than get the ball and keep it to give it to him. Northern Valley has to take another timeout. They need to find a spark here. We're going to take it with them and be back.
All-American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All-American Glass, they feature NGA-certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All-American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All-American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska.
Welcome back here at Open Spaces Sports. Aim, you pointed something out. Has anybody even scored in this second quarter? That answer? No. Prevo's going to try and do it. He had an open look.
It looked like it was a foul on Rhett Katz on Prevo.
I thought it was
there.
A foul on Rhett Katz because he got on
Prevo. On your own
Prevo.
person.
But he's going to call a foul on Jason Cox. He'll pick it up the first for Northern Valley, first in the quarter.
They go inside to Ryan Prevo. Caleb Sparks will hit a cutting Cameron Morgan high off the glass. Can't get that one to fall. You're right, Clint, though. Both teams still looking for that bucket in the second quarter. They have been locked on the offensive side. This one up and good. That's what the Huskies potentially needed right here. Good dish from Kenton Tallheim. Looked like it was good. A good contested shot at the rim, but Jason Cox slips it in for two.
Northern Valley crowd starting to get into it on the defensive side. Rhett's going to float in, but he took one too many steps.
Just really nice
And the
defense.
coaches are irate, going, that is a straight Euro step, and I agree because it doesn't matter how long you stand on 1 foot. You still get a second foot.
I agree with that, but nonetheless, it was really nice defense staying in front of him, not allowing him to Euro past them.
Jason open underneath one more time, and Rhett Katz blocked that one from behind. Rhett's going to stop and pop if we don't guard him. Drops it inside for a pretty dime for Ashmore. Two more for Case.
I think we got a warning.
Delay a game warning.
Yeah, Sparks tossed that one across the baseline there. You got to just let it go. Nolan Kitterconnect will check back into the game for the Huskies. And will throw this ball in. 18-8.
Tallheim with it as he'll cross half court. They'll try and trap him, and they do. Northern Valley quickly goes out of it. Now Gavin working on Morgan. Skippers wanting a lob pass, and he was pushing in when the ball was going out, and he couldn't get to it. Logan strips it away.
The opportunity was there. They just did not connect on the pass. You got to put that one right in the breadbasket.
Hanson, Garden, Katz. Into the corner for Ashmore it goes. Case dribbles around. Now he'll drop it off for Rhett one more time.
Double ball screen, not able to use either of them. 5-second call finally comes. Great defense there from Jeremiah Hanson. Frustration from Rhett Katz, but he had the double ball screen there. He's just got to use it. Hard to get separation, though, on the speedster, Jeremiah Hanson.
Jeremiah Hanson was looking for that 5-second call that entire time. Trap in the corner. They've got Kenterconnect dead in the rights. He'll get it to Kenton. Inside out. Gavin swing it around. Kenterconnect's three is on the way, and it is good.
It was only a matter of time. He's had a couple of decent looks outside with space. You knew one was going to fall before too long. 11-18 is our score with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left before the halftime break.
Ashmore with it. Now Prevo at the top of the key. They'll swing it to Cameron Morgan. Hot first quarter. Second quarter not been so much. He'll try a teardrop, and that one will be off at Rhett Katz and over to Northern Valley.
Yeah, the lack of offense coming from, well, really both sides, but especially Logan Palco now that Northern Valley has gotten a little bit of something going, leaves that door open, that window of opportunity for these Huskies to really get this thing back close after they were trailing by 10.
Gavin was thinking about a three, and he decided, hey, if they're going to leave it wide open, he'll go in for two.
You know, and I really like that decision by him. In this gym, it feels like the three, you know, it just hasn't been falling. For the majority of players here, we got a timeout coming. We're going to take it with them. and be
At
back.
Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
When it comes to personal service and minor tune-ups, tire repairs, and more, you can depend on Home Oil Company of Almena. Whether it's filling up your car or pickup, or fuel delivery, or an oil change, you can trust the friendly people at the Home Oil Company. Home Oil Company of Almena supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics.
Logan Palco started aflame, was up 7-0 in this one. Now it's just back into a 5-point game as we're 2:40 to go here in the second quarter of action. 18-13 is our score. Rhett Katz has been kind of a non-factor just with 2 points. Now he'll turn it over. I thought Gavin was going to come up with a steal. Prevost got it back. And the 5 count is on.
Yeah, he got bailed out there. That's a tough break for Kenton. The 5 count looked like it was going to be there. That is some tight defense on the perimeter, though, for both of these teams.
Northern Valley trying to use their perimeter speed versus the size of the Trojans to pressure that ball to get that 5 count. Because the Trojans are very patient when it comes to this half-court set. Rhett with it. Now we'll go to Cameron Morgan, closest to us. Right underneath, they'll go to Prevost. Tallheim tried to get to a steal, didn't get it away. Ashmore trying to get it to Rhett Katz on the interior where he's always a mismatch. Drops a perfect pass in for Ashmore, but he couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
the ball falls into Kinder Connect's hands.
Help side defense there. He ran into Drew Skimper, and that's really what it was. He got sandwiched right as that pass was getting to him, which led to the turnover.
Kinder Connect dumps it inside, Skimper deep,
Another
and has
block.
another block by Sparks. Beautiful pass by Rhett Katz will lay it in for Ashmore.
Man, those two have been in sync with one another here on the fast break, haven't they?
I tell you what, that ball that Katz squeezed in there had about a 5% chance of getting there, and he had it perfect. Teardropper for Hansen is good.
Man, that shot, when he's hitting that one, that is almost impossible to guard because he is able to rise so high up above you and put so much arc on that shot. That is a very finesse basketball shot.
Ashmore on the outside. Now they get up to Prevost up high. Swinging around to Cameron Morgan. They'll dump inside for Rhett Katz. Northern Valley going to play a straight-up man on him. And one! Rhett Katz turns, scores through Hansen for one.
You got to be strong against Rhett Katz. That's what he was looking for right there. He knows he needs to get going in this game. He can hear you up here saying he's been kind of a non-factor on the scoring side. He's trying to find opportunity, and he does right here for the chance at the old-fashioned three-point play, and he nails it.
Rhett with just 5.5, but his team leads 23-15. Tallheim.
Across that timeline, knowing he's going to get pressure on the trap. They get Nolan Kinderconnect there, trying to lob it inside. Somehow the Huskies keep that, and the foul is going to go either against Sparks or Katz.
Sparks will pick it up, who's
Just
played
the first
exceptional defense.
He really has. He's got one foul to go with his 3, maybe 4 blocks, and a couple of rebounds as well on this defensive side.
Tallheim at the line will calmly walk up and put it through.
55.8 before halftime. He nails them both, making it just a 6-point ball game between the two.
3 for 4 from the stripe from the senior floor general. Now Northern Valley's going to go a full court pressure here, straight man-to-man.
Jason Cox came into the game right there for Nolan Kinderconnect. Nice breaking of the press from the Trojans. That one got blocked by Drew Skimper, but really heads-up play there from Case Ashmore. Throws it back off of Drew Skimper. It'll stay with the Trojans underneath. 47.9 to go.
They'll run an inbound where they're going to find a wide-open Sparks, and he missed the cottontail underneath, didn't he?
Might have been a little bit surprised how wide open he was. The defense kind of parted right there, and he was expecting contact. Jeremiah Hansen has to get this one outside. It's going to be a big three from Kitten Tolheim. Just a one-possession ball game now. 25 seconds left.
Rhett rips it across the formation. Ashmore through him. Oh, my goodness.
Count the bucket.
And one. What a dime from Cats.
Another surgical pass across the paint in stride with Case Ashmore. Knew he was going to get a little bit of contact. Went up strong right there. He's having himself quite the half as well. He's at 8 points right now, trying to cash in on the 3-point play. And he does.
Cashmore with more.
Cashmore for
He
sure.
leads all scoring with 9. Just a sophomore, right, Aim?
He is.
Kenton thought about a 3. Now he'll go around. Now he's swinging across the formation. Into the corner, Gavin. 3 on the way for him. Is good as well.
Great ball movement right there to find not the good shot, not the better shot, but the best shot. 3-point ball game. Now we go into the halftime break. The Logan Palco Trojans, though, have the lead over the 1 seed. We've got 2 quarters to decide which of these well-deserved teams is going to go to state.
Welcome back. We'll be back here in just short order with your halftime show and including your scoring statistics. Thanks for watching Open Space of Sports.
And make it be what it's supposed to be. But it's great because we did it.
Welcome back here at Open Space of Sports. Let's go over your halftime report, starting with the scoring. And we'll go to the number 1 seed because they trail in this one by 2 points, by 3 points, 26-23. Scoring went like this: Jeremiah Hansen with 4, Jason Cox 2, Nolan Kinnerconnect 3, Gavin Tolheim 6, Kenton Tolheim 8, and Drew Skimper 0.
Not very often do you talk about Drew being held 2-0.
And he played
in a half.
And I think he played all 16 minutes.
He did.
Flipping the script to the Logan Palco Trojans. Caleb Sparks with 2. Caden Graham with 2. Rhett Katz with 5. Cameron Morgan was the man in the first quarter. He hit 2 threes to bring him out of that triangle in 2. He's got 8. All in that first quarter. And then the sophomore Case Ashmore shows up and puts in 9 points in the half.
Yeah, and we talked about it. It's going to have to. We thought maybe Rhett would need to have those 25, 30 points, have that kind of game here. But we knew that some of those other players that weren't Rhett Cats are going to have to step up in a big way. And Cameron Morgan and Case Ashmore have done so on the offensive side of things. But if you go to the other side of things, man, Caleb Sparks being the enforcer down low, he's a big reason that Drew Skimper is held scoreless in this first half of action. But, man, they're going to need to find a way if you're Northern Valley to get him going. You've got to have contribution at all 3 levels here because it seems like all the momentum is with Logan Palco.
We'll see you for the second half action, 6:30 on the clock. We'll kick it to the sponsors and be back with your second half after this. You're watching Open Space of Sports.
Long Island Feed and Grain is a proud supporter of the Northern Valley Huskies year after year. At Long Island Feed and Grain, they are there to help you with your grain storage and marketing of your grain this year. That's Long Island Feed and Grain of Long Island, Kansas.
Long Island Ready Mix has what you're looking for in your concrete needs. With fast delivery with a consistent product, Long Island Ready Mix can turn your concrete dreams into a reality with high-quality cement.
Mittens in Oakley, located right off Interstate at Highway 40, has been delivering bulk fuel and bulk oil to the region for many, many years, whether it's Nebraska, Colorado, or Kansas. And not only that, they offer 24-hour service 7 days a week, whether you need to fuel up coming off the I-70 corridor, or whether you want to get something to eat at IHOP, maybe at Sonic, or even Subway. They've got what you need, and they've got what you're looking for at Mittens of Oakley. They've been doing it for decades, right off I-70 and Highway 40. Mittens of Oakley.
Stephen Cox and Associates of Long Island, Kansas wish the Northern Valley Huskies good luck this year. Stephen Cox Association and its employees value good sportsmanship and are committed to the athletic and academic success of the students of Northern Valley. Go Huskies from Stephen Cox and Associates.
When it comes to finding a bank you like and trust, why not look to the First National Bank and Trust in Logan, Kansas? They offer all the banking needs that you're looking for. Checking accounts, savings accounts, loans of all types, agricultural, auto loans, personal loans, plus they feature online banking. And remember, whether you're saving for a special purchase or thinking about the future, they've got a variety of saving options available as well. It's the First National Bank and Trust in Logan, Kansas. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you haven't gotten the opportunity to stop by the Hut in Long Island, well, you are missing out. Providing an opportunity for the kids to work and also have some of the best food you can come by in the summer. You do only have a limited time to stop by as they are only open during the summer break for the schools. Fresh sandwiches, wraps, pizzas, salads, and any of the sides you can think of with lunch specials as well. Also, why not top off the meal with some ice cream? Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies academically, athletically, and any way else is the Hut in Long Island, Kansas.
Central Plains Co-op out of Smith Center, Rangeland Co-op in Phillipsburg, and Pro Ag in Kensington have formed Trinity Ag with home headquarters now in Smith Center, Kansas. And they're there to take care of all your agricultural needs, whether it's fertilizer, grain storage, fuel, on-the-farm fuel delivery, batteries, tires, you name it, they'll have it for you, the farmer. And they also support the schools throughout the entire community. That's Trinity Ag, your agricultural headquarters in Smith Center, Kansas.
All American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically. At Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
You appreciate it when people listen to you. You like it when they understand. We understand, and we think we have something you're going to like. My name is Brandy Archer. I'm part of the First National Bank and Trust family in Phillipsburg, Logan, Long Island, Smith County Bank and Smith Center, and Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. You work hard around home, around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks. Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance. Perks. Today, go to agbank.bank, take a look at the brand new Perk checking account and all the special benefits perfect for someone like you. Reduce risk, save money, get your own Perk checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
When it comes to personal service and minor tune-ups, tire repairs, and more, you can depend on Home Oil Company of Almena. Whether it's filling up your car or pickup, or fuel delivery, or an oil change, you can trust the friendly people at the Home Oil Company. Home Oil Company of Almena supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics.
Welcome back here at Open Spaces Sports. Your second half is about ready to happen. I don't know if these kids realize it. 16 minutes to see who goes to the state tournament.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people where it's really going to set in that this could be it. You know, Logan, Palco, they got a lot more youth on their side, but still, when you got a core group like this with your Coach Delmont and Coach Sides, you want to get the best of it because you
Right
know.
Here. I'm sorry, I'm going to steal your camera. These people right there, They believe right now.
Yeah,
there's been times in this season they didn't know if they could play with Northern Valley. Right now, they believe that they're going to win this game.
They're not only playing with Northern Valley, they're setting the tone of this game so far. Northern Valley with a nice little comeback there to make it just a one-possession ball game. But I would not be surprised if Logan Palco comes out guns a-blazing again like they did to start that first half. Like you said, 2 quarters to decide which one of these both very deserving teams get to punch that ticket to the state tournament. A foul here is going to go
on Gavin Tallheim. He reached in.
To steal that ball away from Rhett Katz at the high post.
Oh, that ball should be thrown in underneath. Rhett up high. Flip it up to Prevost. Northern Valley going back to the man-to-man here. They'll go high post to Rhett Katz. Now the switch is on. They'll get a deflection over to Cameron Morgan. Prevost open. Now he'll defer to Katz, who defers to Sparks, and now he's going to go to the line. Oh, wow. My. Oh, my.
Travel call there as the defense rose up, and I thought he was going to go right into them. I did not see the feet down there, but we talked about
But Coach
this.
Delmont didn't fuss whatsoever on it, so apparently
it probably was
not
right
a good
call
angle for the open spaces guys.
Yeah, tough break there. It was a nice look at the basket. Rhett Katz only with those 5 points, but you see him down there getting a huge block there. The stats, there's so much more to this game than just points. And a block on the other side gives it back to the Huskies. Gavin Tallheim slicing and dicing the defense. Gets fouled. It's going to go on the floor and give him the ball underneath.
Both these athletic teams denied the first possession with a block shot at point-blank ranges.
Yeah, both of these games that these two teams played, they didn't get over 60 points, the high score there. So you know that the defense of both of these, the athleticism to keep them off of the point scoring so much, it is a factor here even more so than it felt like in those last 2 games that these two played. That's just a nice basketball play right there.
Gets into the teeth of the defense, rises above and scores.
Sometimes you can play great defense and it still just does not matter on a possession.
And he has been the man lately for Northern Valley, the one to take over when it needs to happen. We'll see if he can do it now. Skipper blocks that one. Northern Valley's got the possession and a chance to take the lead. Flip it over to Hanson, lays it up with a left hand, and Northern Valley is back on top. 27-26 with their first lead of the night.
First lead of the night comes with a minute and a half gone in the third quarter of action. We knew this game was far from over when these two teams went in with only 1 possession between them at the break, and it is still the case here.
They'll go to Rhett Katz, and this feels like a Rhett possession. Make something happen. He'll go inside to Sparks. He'll go to the rim, put it up, and put it in. Caleb Sparks has been a problem for Northern Valley all night long.
He has. He had excellent positioning right there that entire possession against Drew Skimper. Drew lucky he didn't get a foul trying to swat that one without the positioning to do so.
Kenton all the way to the rim. We'll put another one in.
Trying to take over this quarter. It gives them 12.
He split a man screen over the top and then went right around the next defender. He beat 3 of them on the play. Rhett. High dribble now. Going to have to flip it inside. Skimper jumped into a passing lane. Gavin's out in front. Gavin and Prevost will go to the rim. Gavin's going to be taken out, and now he'll go to the free throw line. Nothing malicious at all, just going after the ball.
Yep, that's exactly the kind of the contest that you need at the hoop, though, if you're Prevost. Gavin, knowing he's probably going to run into some contact, nonetheless, very physical player, loves to take it up anyway, and he hits the first of the 2 attempts.
Northern Valley outscoring Logan Palco in the half 7-2.
They've been much more active on the defensive side of things, not just sitting there waiting to react, but they're being very proactive, jumping in passing lanes, trying to telegraph what things are going to happen here, and it's leading to a lot more turnovers, leading to transition buckets for the Huskies early in this one.
Rhett doubled in the corner, now goes to Ashmore. Traveled with it. I thought they were going to let him get away with it, but he did. He switched to pivot foot.
Tough break right there for the sophomore, who had himself one heck of a first half with 9 points, still leading all Logan Palco Trojans in scoring.
It's Kenton Tallheim calling out a play here that he wants to run. 2 high ball screens coming. Skimper on the high post. Now he'll dump it back for Hansen. Three-pointer for Jeremiah. It's going to be off the glass and in.
Bank is open here at the Colby Event Center for Jeremiah Hansen, the teller.
It just feels like the third quarter has got that kind of momentum here for Northern Valley. Their biggest lead of the night is 6, and it's right now. That one graces the top of the rim. Will now swing back to Ashmore. He's going to take a deep three, and it will be short. Kenton will slow the pace as Northern Valley's controlled this third quarter.
Yeah, and I'm fine with Case taking that shot because they're leaving him open on the perimeter, but he was well behind that collegiate three-point men's line. A lot of contact here. They're going to say it's on the ground as Kenton, they were trying to keep him grounded. He was ready to rise up above the defense right there.
He is taking a ball screen and saying, I'm going through each one of them. So when that hedge has to come, those defenders have to be real tight because he's not going wide. He's not denying it. He's going through it.
Yeah, and that's almost what you want in there.
Drop it inside for Gavin. Now for Jason Cox will flip it up, and it's going to be no good, and a foul on Jason.
Yeah, frustration foul from Jason Cox. Missed the short layup right there. Didn't have very good positioning. His shoulders never really got turned towards the basket. He can make that shot, but it makes it a lot tougher, and then gets the foul to go with it at the end.
Northern Valley playing with the shortest bench they've played with all season long. Just Kinderconnect came in so far. Logan Palco running 7 deep. Cat's going to go left hand, fall away. Oh, that's pretty. Woo!
Yeah, that was smooth right there off the glass. The 6'4" frame just rising above his defender, making it look easy.
Kenton blowing by Morgan like there's nothing happened. Bodies collide. Jeremiah Henson for 3.
Great dribble penetration there from Kenton Tallheim causes the defense to collapse. Nobody had a chance to get out there to Jeremiah Hansen, who can light it up from outside as good as anyone.
Jeremiah Hansen with that bucket now becomes the 25th all-time leading scorer at Northern Valley.
Foul underneath. I think they're going to get Drew Skimper with it, trying to create positioning against Ethan Gashler. We knew those two were going to scrum down low. Drew wants a little bit of an explanation, and I think he got it. He might not appreciate the outcome still, but nonetheless, he's going to pick up that foul.
What number of foul is it? I'm looking.
I think it's second on him. They had it up. He needs to put up some points.
But it was quick. Yeah, Drew still held scoreless in this one. Ashmore's not held scoreless as he'll turn and score 2 more.
Yeah, puts him in double digits right now, giving him 11. Logan Palco needing all the buckets they can get, 37-32. Northern Valley with the lead now. It's going to be a foul against Caden Graham. That's going to be his 4th, you say?
It's his 4th foul.
He doesn't like it, but it is certainly the right call. He's trying to keep up with Kenton Tallheim, who seems like he's found another gear here in this third quarter.
Kenton is trying to take this game over and will this Northern Valley team onto a state run.
Yeah, you need your dudes to be dudes, and he knows it right here.
Who are you, Coach Tang? It sounds like it.
We need some dudes.
Kenner Connect is checked into the game here for Northern Valley as Gavin sat down. Jason open in the corner for a 3 is going to be short, no good. Rhett rips the rebound. As he'll dribble across, his team down 5. Just under 3 minutes to play here in this third quarter of action.
Gashler up high.
Cats working in the spin cycle, but he left it short. Tipped out by Ethan. And now Kenton's wide open. Can we see him lay it in? He took the safety route, didn't he?
I think he just wants the points right now, but a great play from him. Sparks had no time to react to Kenton being right in his back pocket there after that tip out, which looked like it was going to be good from Gashler to keep the play alive for the Trojans.
Any other time of the season, he tries to hammer that basketball. This time he just laid it in.
That's a smart senior play right there, knowing what's on the line. Gashler here gets the tip, and it does stay with the Trojans. Nice hustle from him.
Rhett Katz has been quiet from the three-point stripe, not even but one attempt to my recollection.
Yeah, you're correct.
Ethan will dribble handoff now to Prevost, back to Case Ashmore. They're trying to get Rhett Katz isolated on the left hand or the right block so we can utilize that left hand. Skimper is there for a quick double, and now he's going to have to fall away over his right shoulder. It's going to be a tough shot, saved out there by Sparks, but right to Kenner Connect it goes. He'll cross over now gets swarmed. He'll find Hansen. Drop back, Kenner connect. Three is on the way, and it's going to be short, no good. Jason's going to pick up another foul as he went up after that basketball.
Got Rhett Katz in the nose.
Rhett took one to the eyeball. But he'll be okay. Jason will go to the bench with his third. 14th foul against Northern Valley in the quarter. The next one of whistle of either side for a foul variety will lead to free throws for these two teams.
Katz dribbles it across the timeline.
Back to Prevost and now to Ashmore. Pump fake around Kenner Connect, goes to the rim, lays it up high off the glass, no good. Big men are fighting like big men do, and that's Northern Valley's basketball as it goes off Ethan Gashler's left forearm last.
It did indeed. But watching those two just go after every single ball, man, it is the game within the game, and it has been a fun one to watch.
The referees are letting them play physical as they often do in these playoffs, and Ashmore.
Yeah, you said they were letting him play physical, but he was leaning on him pretty heavy right there.
Well, he had to call the foul, otherwise Gavin stepped on the line and it was going to be back court.
It had to be one or the other, and they are letting him play physical as they let it go for a little while there, but it gets to that point where push really does truly come to shove.
Gavin to the line.
Hits the first.
Gavin doing his damage from the free throw line.
Second one, no good. Rhett Katz rips the rebound. 9-point lead now, or excuse me, 8-point lead for the Huskies with 45 seconds left in this third quarter of action.
Prevost, who's always had a flair for the spectacular buzzer beaters. Rhett with a fall-away jumper. He's got to go to the rim on that one.
He does. And
he's
going to get a foul.
Ashmore picks up a loose ball foul, will send Jeremiah Hansen to the line.
Yeah, you got to go to the rim right there. You're not going to get rewarded with a trip to the charity stripe if you're falling away from your defender, and that's what he did right there. It's not that he can't hit the shot, but you know he can have a better look.
I told you Hansen is now the 25th all-time leading scorer in Northern Valley history. Past Chris Cox. Now he's eyeing Jordan Baird next on his hit list. Soft touch for Jeremiah.
Both of those free throws will go, and that'll help him
10
on that list, you say.
10 in the quarter for Jeremiah. Been the difference as Northern Valley's now up 10 with 25 seconds remaining.
Yeah, both him and Kenton Tallheim now at 14 points apiece have really elevated their game here in this third quarter of action. Rhett Katz finds a seam and uses it.
With 12 seconds to go, Northern Valley calling out a signal. Tallheim better get going because that's 7 now. And 6, 5. Kenner Connect. Hesitation. The jumper from Nolan is going to be off the mark. No good.
8 more minutes to decide which of these teams goes on to the next round into state, and 8 points between them. We'll be back after this.
Long Island Feed and Grain is a proud supporter of the Northern Valley Huskies year after year. At Long Island Feed and Grain, they are there to help you with your grain storage and marketing of your grain this year. That's Long Island Feed and Grain of Long Island, Kansas.
Long Island Ready Mix has what you're looking for in your concrete needs. With fast delivery with a consistent product, Long Island Ready Mix can turn your concrete dreams into a reality with high-quality cement.
Mittens in Oakley, located right off Interstate at Highway 40, has been delivering bulk fuel and bulk oil to the region for many, many years, whether it's Nebraska, Colorado, or Kansas. And not only that, they offer 24-hour service 7 days a week. Whether you need to fuel up, coming off the I-70 corridor, or whether you want to get something to eat at IHOP, maybe at Sonic, or even Subway. They've got what you need, and they got what you're looking for at Mittens of Oakley. They've been doing it for decades, right off I-70 and Highway 40. Mittens of Oakley.
Aim Baird, Clint Cox here.
What a fun one we have had through 3 quarters. It has been a back and forth affair between these two rival schools.
This is how they got there. Logan Palco took a 16-6 lead at the end of one. Northern Valley drew it to within 3 points at the half. It was 26-23, but then exploded for 19 points in that third quarter to just 8 for Logan Palco. And that puts us at 42-34 as we are into the fourth quarter action right here, right now, to see which dudes are going to make the plays.
Kind of a little bit of a mismatch potentially. Rhett Katz is going to get this foul as he had to contest Kenton Tallheim at the rim.
How he does that, he hangs. He doesn't just go up through it. Rhett was there to deny it, but both players just hung in the air for a while, and then Kenton was able to just get it off. And Rhett had nothing to do but to foul him. And
Kenton misses the first.
Rhett, how many fouls Rhett have?
He's got 2.
2. Kerr's first foul in the quarter. Kenton capitalizes on the second. 15 on the evening for the floor general. And Northern Valley gone back to this little triangle and 2 action. Ashmore to the rim, has it blocked by Skimper. Skimper rips the rebound from 2 Trojans.
Getting pestered down low after he gets that rebound, though. Drew Skimper, quiet night offensively as far as scoring goes, but he is starting to make a difference on the defensive side, being right around that rim.
And right with a gas pedal move, Hansen blows by Sparks on the baseline, creates enough collision to send him back to the free throw line where he is perfect on the afternoon.
Hits the first, giving the Huskies the 10-point lead. All right, it's the second of 2, and this one's going to be short, going to Caleb Sparks.
In a 10-point game, 7 minutes left. Timeout. Coach Delmont will take it with him here at Open Spaces Sports. (44-34), 7:07. We'll see what Coach Delmont drew up in the break as Northern Valley went zone on the possession. A 3-2 zone. This is the first time they've shown it.
Rhett Katz hasn't really stepped out at all in this game. We talked about it. Only the one shot from outside. It wasn't even a make. He's been trying to do his damage in the paint.
And now a turnover as Ashmore gets it back. And he'll get around Kenner Connect and score the bucket.
Give him 13.
They need to push the pace here just a little bit. The first points here in the fourth quarter for the Trojans off of that bucket. Nobody stopped Nolan Kenner Connect, and he used his walker and got all the way down and scored.
Yeah, that's right. You know, he's been kind of working with a little bit of a knee injury, feeling good enough to at least be out here and contribute, not getting the start. But, man, when you see the Red Sea part in front of you, you get a little adrenaline boost, don't you?
He does. Ashmore leaves it short, now can't control the rebound. He cannot save it, and he'll go back to Northern Valley. Cases 13 have been integral into making this happen, but it really feels like this is you got to have your seniors step up right here in this spot and see if they can close this gap. Or I guess your juniors in the case of the Trojans. I'm thinking Rhett Katz.
Yeah, it's time for him to kind of do what we saw from Kenton in that third and try to take this game over. We got a timeout call here to help bail out Gavin as he was getting pressure there on the sideline. We'll take it with him.
Coach Side stole it from him too.
Stephen Cox and Associates of Long Island, Kansas wish the Northern Valley Huskies good luck this year. Stephen Cox Association and its employees value good sportsmanship and are committed to the athletic and academic success of the students of Northern Valley. Go Huskies from Stephen Cox and Associates.
When it comes to finding a bank you like and trust, why not look to the First National Bank and Trust in Logan, Kansas? They offer all the banking needs that you're looking for. Checking accounts, savings accounts, loans of all types, agricultural, auto loans, personal loans, plus they feature online banking. And remember, whether you're saving for a special purchase or thinking about the future, they've got a variety of saving options available as well. It's the First National Bank and Trust in Logan, Kansas. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you have
As Northern Valley will get the ball coming out of that timeout by Coach Sides right there in front of the bench as well. They'll play it in. Rhett Katz's going to be all over that basketball as he'll try and deny the entry pass.
Over the length, so they have to go back court with it.
Not that Northern Valley wants to slow it up, because that's not really their game.
They can be as patient as they need to be.
But they do not have to. That's the word. Force and or hurry. Kinderconnect on the inside. Teardrop on the way. It's going to be short, no good. And Ashmore gets that rebound. With a healthy Kinderconnect, he makes that shot, or at least has a better attempt at it. Rhett Katz blocked by Hansen on that three-point attempt.
Just the second three that we've seen Rhett shoot in this game, and Jeremiah did not want to see one fall.
Euro step by Gavin Tallheim, rips an offensive rebound down.
A jump ball is the call.
Jump ball will go back to Logan Palco. Cameron Morgan with it. Still a 10-point lead for Northern Valley.
Cameron Morgan was the catalyst for the Logan Palco quick start here in that first quarter. Had all eight of his points in that first quarter. If they could get him going again, man, that could be exactly what they need down 10. They're going to probably have to find some shots on the outside with the way Northern Valley is playing.
That ball went right to Jeremiah Hansen, and he acted like he didn't want it and just knocked it out of bounds. They'll drop it in here to Rhett Katz. They've got to get some points up on the board. Only 2 points in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, after only 8 in that third quarter. They've been at only 10 points here in the second half. That is not going to get it done.
Kenton,
huge
his
foul,
head goes bouncing
gone
off of the turf, but he put it in.
Bucket.
We'll see if the replay button works. And it doesn't. So I'll have to tell you about it. Little brother decided to pull it back, but when he handed it off to big brother.
It to Morgan. Graham was getting ready. He was walking over to the bench thinking his night was over.
Well, I would have credited him with the tackle on the play.
Yeah. I don't know.
But he'll keep him in the game.
We give credit to Kenton for making that shot through a lot of contact nonetheless. Coming to the line to see if he can cash in on the and one. And he does. Ryan Prevost checked back into the game for the Trojans.
And now a 13-point lead for Northern Valley.
Yeah, we talk about how Northern Valley has that ability to be patient on their side. Logan Palco, not so much. That's what Coach Delmont might be telling them here.
Got to have some urgency, boys.
Got to have the urgency.
This clock isn't going to last much longer. Aim, you and I talked about it in the break. Urgency, man. You got to go, man. You got to go.
Time is not your friend if you're the Logan Palco Trojans right now. And Northern Valley is a team who has been in this position before. They've been to that state tournament that this game is for. 2 out of the last 3 years before this one, looking to go for a third time in the last 4. Getting stopped by St. John's Beloit last year. They left a little bit of a sour taste in the mouth of these seniors. They don't want to go down without a fight, but you need to see that from the younger squad in Logan Palco here.
Drew Skimper going to try and manage this press, and he'll travel with it.
Yeah. Someone needed to go help him a little bit there as he could feel that pressure coming, and Drew is a great basketball player, but he is not the point guard for a reason.
He should not be trying to be the man breaking the press. They'll double Rhett Katz in this scenario and let anybody else try and beat him. Prevost, second attempt, no good. And Tallheim and Rhett Katz fight for it. Held ball goes to Northern Valley. This is where been there, done that. feels like a lot.
Not going to allow the pass to come in so easily. This one knocked out of bounds. Northern Valley will try again.
Get it into Kenton on this. Full court pressure. The home run ball is there. Now they'll go to Hanson. Cut off by Cameron Morgan back to Drew, and now they'll hand off to Hanson.
The travel is going to go against Jeremiah as well. Trying to collect himself coming off of that screen. Stripes are actually going to talk about it here. Jeremiah
I thought we had two whistles at the same time.
Jeremiah thought he had a hand check, so we'll see what it goes, and it is going to be the travel call. That pressure doing just enough to give a little bit of opportunity back to Logan Palco, but they got to find a way to use it with only those 10 points here in that second half. That's a killer.
They had 7 in the first few minutes of this game. Prevost, shot on the way, going to be short, no good. Kenton skies for a rebound, and he knows they're going to foul him.
Yeah, and that one might be an intentional. As I don't know if there was a play on the ball there from Prevost, as the refs come running in pretty hard.
Foul will go against the Trojan.
Fourth foul against the Trojans, so anything else is going to start sending a fairly good free throw shooting team in Northern Valley to the line.
But you got to create some sort of mismatch for you. You got to hope, you got to play some averages here. So if you get somebody else right there, yep, Kinderconnect, will be fouled. I thought he started too early. I thought he traveled. But it's going to be the 5th foul, sending Kinderconnect to the line. And they're starting the foul game at 3:31 on the clock, down 13.
They got the fouls to give outside of Caden Graham, who is sitting with 4, but everyone else not over 2, I believe, on that Logan Palco side. First one up and no good for Nolan Kinderconnect.
This is where the new rule change this year takes in effect. You know, you usually had a few fouls there where you could go for the 1-and-1 and not have this opportunity. It gives them more chance to come back. Now it's going to give an automatic 2-shot foul. Second one from Nolan is good.
Putting Northern Valley at 50 in this contest.
They've needed 59 to win the last 2 contests against Logan Palco. Cameron Morgan's deep 3 is on the way. It's going to be no good. And
foul here. We'll see who it goes against.
It's going to go against Ashmore.
Wow. I thought he ripped that ball down.
And Coach Delmont's wanting to know the same thing you and I are wondering.
I thought he ripped that one down and was looking at the easy bucket, but Kenton marches to the line where he is oh so confident, calm, cool, and collected every time he goes to the charity stripe. First one up, no good from Kenton Tallheim.
He's not going to like tonight, actually, from the line. He has not shot spectacular.
Hits the second. Yeah, Northern Valley, though, if they're starting this foul game at 3:30 like they were, if they can take care of business at the line, they can put this game on ice. But so far, like you said, they haven't really gone 2 for 2 on too many of these trips where they've found themselves at the charity stripe. Graham fires a 3, no good.
And Skimper gets the rebound. When was the last time you said Drew Skimper? Oh, that feels like a return trip. Wolf. Here it is.
Yeah, you would probably have to go back to maybe, I don't even know if in junior high he was held scoreless.
Drew Skimper held scoreless in this one. Red Cats finally open for 3, will not be able to knock it down. Gavin with the rebound. Will push it forward. They're going to foul. The game is begun. Gavin just continuing to drive. Back to Drew it goes. They're just trying to bleed this clock out. Nolan, hand off to Drew, and they got to get the ball. Rhett
tries to pick Drew's pocket. It looked like third against Rhett Katz sends Drew Skimper to the line. He was itching to get his name in the scoring column, and he still will not with that first attempt.
It's been that kind of night for Drew.
He's been an impact in a lot of different ways.
Actually, he hasn't hurt his shooting percentage that bad because he hadn't had that many attempts.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Hits the first, and he finally gets a point in the books with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in this contest. Huskies up 52-36. Urgency for the Trojans. A massive swat, though, from Kenton Tallheim. He is excited about that one, as he should be. Trojans will throw it in underneath. They got to get crafty with a way to get a nice look at the bucket here, don't they? And they got to do it in a hurry.
We've been saying it for a while, but the facts are, would we get a rotation here?
Foul goes against Gavin Tallheim on the far side block, his second.
But what I was going to say, they've only got 10 and a half. Morgan's three-pointer on the way is good. And Delmont will call a timeout, and we'll take it with him.
Opportunity to stop by the Hut in Long Island, well, you are missing out. Providing an opportunity for the kids to work and also have some of the best food you can come by in the summer. You do only have a limited time to stop by, as they are only open during the summer break for the schools. Fresh sandwiches, wraps, pizzas, salads, and any of the sides you can think of, with lunch specials as well. Also, why not top off the meal with some ice cream? Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies academically, athletically, and any way else is the Hut in Long Island, Kansas.
Central Plains Co-op out of Smith Center, Rangeland Co-op in Phillipsburg, and Pro Ag in Kensington have formed Trinity Ag, with home headquarters now in Smith Center, Kansas. And they're there to take care of all your agricultural needs, whether it's fertilizer, grain storage, fuel, on-the-farm fuel delivery, batteries, tires, you name it, they'll have it for you, the farmer. And they also support the schools throughout the entire community. That's Trinity Ag, your agricultural headquarters in Smith Center, Kansas.
All-American Glass.
It'll be Northern Valley's basketball after the three-point make from Cameron Morgan.
Gives Morgan 11 in this contest. All of the other 8 came in that first quarter of action. They needed him to step up from outside, and he did with that one. But they're going to need a lot more than that if they want to take down the 1 seed here. Drew Skimper was in there, but he wants to burn some clock. With just 2 minutes left, he pulls it back out and gives it back to the backcourt of the Huskies.
They know that the clock is their best friend. Now Sparks will pick up the foul, sending Gavin to the line. But I chase those points there, man. I want Drew to put that bucket in.
Yeah, there's kind of a fine line between the eating of the clock, but if the opportunity's there, obviously you can definitely take that, and that was about the easiest look that Drew's going to get at it.
A career 60% shooter in this season. He's shooting 70%. Yes, go score that bucket.
Gavin Tallheim hits the first. Short on the second. Caleb Sparks rips down the rebound. Trying to find Rhett Katz in transition, and they finally do. He throws up. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot a shot, but he finds Caden Graham. Nice little move from him.
Hansen in the backcourt.
Trojans still down 12. They're going to need to get this ball away from the Huskies.
And Ashmore got him. Sending Nolan back to the line. You know, I looked down at my sheet. The free throw foul game that started at 3:31, down 13, is kind of working. Northern Valley has yet to hit 2 free throws in a row. Everybody's 1 for 2.
It's working on that end of it, but they've had only 5 points on this since that foul game has started. If you're Logan Palco, you got to have efficiency at this point of the game if you want to amount to a comeback. Nolan Kinderconnect hits that first one. Second one is short. Still going 50% on that trip like you talked about. That's why the foul game exists. But you got to get a bucket after that happens.
Morgan will fire another three-pointer. He's got 3 threes in the night. He missed this one off the mark. Gavin's got the rebound. And now is
fouled by Morgan.
Quick whistle, fouled by Morgan. Will send Gavin to the line.
Personal foul number 3, Cameron Morgan, his third.
They do not want time to go off the clock, but they got to make a shot.
Yeah, we kind of sound like a broken record, but it's truly just that's what it comes down to at this point in the game. Gavin Tallheim hits the first. And nails them both. Trying to do his part to put this game on ice and punch a ticket to state. Long three goes off the glass from Rhett Katz. His first three-point make of this contest. We got a 30-second timeout from the Logan Palco Trojans.
There to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Northern Valley going to go with the football play. We'll see where they're going to go. Kenner Connect will drop it in for Tallheim, and he'll rip it around. They don't want to foul. They got to get a steal at this point.
That was soft.
And it'll send Kenner Connect to the line.
Personal foul number 20, Caleb Sparks, his fourth. At the line.
If you're going to get a foul, you got to make a foul going after that basketball, though. You cannot leave it up for chance to get a foul any other way because, like you said, they need to create opportunities for themselves in steals, takeaways, turnovers, and that's going to come. If you're getting a foul called on you by trying to rip that ball away, you got to be okay with it at that point, but that's the only thing you got to be okay with getting fouls on.
Nolan Kenner Connect, 2 for 4. Before that one, now he's 3 for 5. Northern Valley as a team, 18 for 29 on the free throw stripe so far, but that is 62%.
A lot of opportunities, though.
He gets them both. That percentage goes up. 31, at 20 or 31 so far. Rhett going to come down with now 62 seconds remaining in this game. Swing back to Rhett it goes. Three-pointers up by Rhett, and no good. Rebounds down, Kenner connects with it. And now a foul will go against Ashmore again, and we'll go shoot more free throws.
Personal foul number 10, Case Ashmore, his fifth.
Fifth on Case Ashmore. His night is done. 13 points, though. The leading scorer for Logan Palco. Just a sophomore. He's got a very bright future in that red uniform. Nolan cannot connect on the first attempt.
And this feels like a free throw game. Northern Valley this year is sitting at the 3rd all-time best free throw percentage by a team from Northern Valley. They are shooting 68% from the free throw line as a team before this night happens.
0 for 2 that time, but Jeremiah Hansen gets the rebound after the favorable bounce to him. He gets fouled and will go to the line and try to add to that total. 14 points with 47.3 seconds left. We are going to need to see some fireworks if you're Logan Palco, if you want to try to get this one pulled off. That was the 4th foul against Cameron Morgan. Jeremiah short on the first attempt. They could have got it, like you said it already. That foul game technically, in theory, has worked as far as the free throws have gone because they have not been able to capitalize as much as they would like. He gets that one to rattle down, but they have not, Logan Palco has not been able to get the looks at the basket here in this second half that they were getting in the first half. And it has really been a struggle to get points. Caleb Sparks slicing and dicing will get one there, 59-46. They got to get a quick steal. Prevo's going to get the foul instead and send Nolan Kinderconnect all the way back to the other side of the line.
Who scored it?
Caleb Sparks.
2-pointer.
2.
Personal foul number 23, Ryan Prevo, his 5th.
And that'll end Prevo's night. As Ryan fouls out.
He was held pretty quiet on the offensive side, more than he would like. Just a junior, though. This entire Logan Palco squad, they're going to return their core next season. As things hold right now, they're going to fall again to Logan, or to Northern Valley, as the subs are coming off the bench. I think this is going to be the writing on the wall, and Northern Valley will plan their trip to Great Bend. But like I said, Logan Palco, a very young team. Not very often do you see your 5, 6, 7 guys that are playing all being younger, juniors or younger, and that's what you have with this crew.
Now under 30 seconds remaining. Rhett will drop it for Caleb Sparks. Tries to go inside. Caden Graham will fire the 3. It'll be off the mark.
That's Knipp going up with it. He'll get fouled and go to the line and shoot 2. Carson Knipp, another sophomore.
Personal foul number 15, Owen Hammond, his 1st, 2nd team foul.
Hits the first.
At the line, number 30, Carson Knipp.
Second one up and short. It's trying to be saved in by the Huskies. They don't get it done. It's going to be out of bounds on them and give it back to Logan Palco underneath. With 16.9 seconds to go, down 13. They're going to need a lot more of that if they want to somehow pull this one off, though.
Gavin and Jason were doing a little dance there.
They were.
And the official gave a little premature whistle, but now he smiles back at Rhett Katz because Rhett knew exactly what happened. Rhett will turn and fire and splash that one down.
60-50, 8 seconds left. They're trying to get a steal here, but they are just going to let it tick out. And Northern Valley, for the 3rd time in 4 years, is going to go to the dance, the state tournament, where they are looking to make some noise and see if they can bring home some hardware back to Almena.
60-50, the final in this one as they score 18 points in the second quarter, or excuse me, the fourth quarter to seal this victory.
One of the quarters.
One of them. Both teams here, congratulations on your seasons. As Logan Palco will go underneath and accept the second place trophy. Northern Valley will get the sub-state championship held high by those senior class, Kenton Tallheim and Jeremiah Hansen at the moment.
We will take 5 minutes for photos.
And we're going to take some pictures, aren't we?
Parents only, please.
Parents only. What kind? Okay.
And photographers.
If you have a camera, you can go down and take a picture of either team. Coach Delmont talks to his group and says, nice season, boys. It's always a joy doing Northern Valley Logan Palco games.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking because, like I said a couple of times, both of these teams very deserving of this spot in the state playoff. the state tournament. It was just unfortunate that both of them could not make it there because they are very formidable teams who both probably deserve a shot at gold this season, but unfortunately being in the same sub-state, that's not how the cookie crumbles, and Northern Valley comes away the victors 60-50 over the rivals, the Logan Palco Trojans.
Okay, let's go over the scoring here for Northern Valley first as they come away with a win. Drew Skimper with 1 point. 1 of 2 on the free throw stripe, 0 field goals for Drew Skimper. 16 points for Jeremiah Hansen, Jason Cox with 2. Kenton Tallheim leads all scores with 19. 12 for younger brother Gavin. And Nolan Kinnerconnect puts in 10. Caleb Sparks with 6 for the Trojans, 1 for Knip, 13 for Case Ashmore, 15 for Rhett Katz, Cameron Morgan with 11, Caden Graham with 4. That's all she wrote here at the Colby Event Center as far as the men's side of things. We've got an epic battle of 2 heavyweights coming at each other on the girls' side of this
They've
collision.
had some fun games this year, too.
The Cinderella story might be involved as the number 6 seeded Northern Valley Huskies will see what they can do against the number 1 seed Thunderhawks of Wheatland Grinnell. Join us on that broadcast here in just a few minutes. We'll close this one up and bring that one to you here. For Aim Baird, I've been Clint Cox. Until next time, God